Hi, and thanks for checking out this preview of music to be offered in worship at Third Church this Sunday, January 16th. It'll be the second Sunday after Epiphany and our second Sunday with our new pastor, Rebecca Seegers. Unfortunately, it's also our second Sunday back in live stream only mode, but hopefully for not much longer. We have an interesting mix of music to help lead us through the service, from organ music from the English cathedral tradition to choral music composed for us at Third Church, as well as a piece in honor of Coretta Scott King. More on that shortly. The hymns we'll sing also support the theme of the service, being called into community. We'll begin with Joyful, Joyful, We Adore Thee, and close with God of Grace and God of Glory. Can't get much better than those. The organ prelude also gives us a glimpse into the Psalms. Music in worship can be seen to be effective in several different ways. It can be a vehicle for conveying text, whether it's biblical or devotional, often providing a sense of the meaning and interpretation which words alone can't do. It can also be unrelated to any text, but at the same time convey a spirit or tone that's appropriate for a particular service. Or, in the case of this Sunday's prelude, it can illuminate wordlessly a particular scriptural text. In this case, it will be a reflection on a verse from Psalm 37, a piece composed by Herbert Howells, who was a giant in 20th century English church music. The piece unfolds almost like an improvisation, beginning and ending quietly, with some more active development in the middle. It illustrates verse 11 of Psalm 37. But the meek shall possess the land and delight themselves in abundant prosperity. Here's a recording from a practice session earlier this week. I invite you to close your eyes and use this piece for your own personal meditation. The first anthem is won by our friend and Rochester native Carson Kuhlman, whose grandmother Dot Wallace was a parishioner here at Third Church for many years. Among other things, Carson works on the music staff at Memorial Church at Harvard University and is in demand as a composer by orchestras, instrumentalists, choirs, and soloists all around the world. About 10 years ago, he sent me, out of the blue, a short anthem that he dedicated to me, and it sets a text by Isaac Watts and Richard Leach that feels much like a song. Awake My Heart has also the musical feel of an early American piece from New England, or even a sacred harp type piece from the South. The second anthem that the choral scholars will offer at the offertory is an inspiring piece by Paul Halley on a text by John Greenleaf Whittier. Paul is an eclectic musician, to say the least, and for 12 years, between 1977 and 1989, he was director of music at the Cathedral of St. John the Divine in New York. During that time, for an occasion when Coretta Scott King was to preach at the cathedral, he composed Sound Over All Waters and dedicated it to her. It blends gospel, soul, and jazz in a very special way, written for soloist, choir, and piano. Here's a recording from a time that our choir did it several years ago with a soloist, Ricky Connaughton. In addition to these diverse and meaningful pieces, James Keeley will send us out with a delightful March in C by Francis Jackson, a venerable English church musician, composer, and organist who died this past week at the age of 104. He had grown up in the choir at York Minster in England, and when his teacher, Sir Edward Bairstow, passed away in 1946, he took the reins and remained there for 36 years. He was a remarkable musician and a human being, actively composing up until his death. Thanks again for watching this preview. I hope it enhances your experience of the music on Sunday and your experience of worship, and I hope that you'll be able to watch on our YouTube channel Sunday morning at 10. Oh, and a little plug, I'll be performing an online recital of organ favorites for the Third Arts series of programs on Sunday, January 23rd, a week from this coming Sunday at 3 p.m. More on that next week, but for now, stay well and blessings to you. Until next time.